All right. So we were talking about earlier, before these cameras were rolling, insecurities, right?
Wild, rabid insecurities.
Okay.
Yes, that plague our souls.
That plague our souls. Yeah. So what insecurity plagues your soul?
Oh, Paolo, where to begin? There are so many. I'll just be super honest, and I will say, first and foremost, I'm always really worried about being in natural sunlight because I'm scared that my skin looks awful and that people are staring at my skin and then making fun of me behind my back. I worry about that. I worry now about my Invisalign.
It looks great. It looks great.
It makes me really self-conscious because it gives me a lisp and it makes me super saliva-y. And then I just get worried that people are fixating on my flaws, and then those flaws get exacerbated in their minds, and then it makes me self-conscious that they're noticing what's wrong with me, and then I notice what's wrong with me, and then I can't get out of my head about it. Let's talk about you.
My insecurities?
Yes.
I think one insecurity in the physical is for sure like my weight. I always like fluctuate weight crazy. Like,
what's your range?
My range is anywhere, on a good day, 190.
I love 190.
On a bad day, like 225, 230.
How fast?
It jumps so crazy. In like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I could jump like 30 pounds.
Is it because you eat entire cakes, or like what happens?
Oh, I'm a eater. I'm a eater. I could put it away. But it's just that, and then I think like if I'm like very inactive, like my metabolism just really slows down. So I'm like, I'll jump from like 190 to like 220 in like 2 weeks.
In no time.
But also like I'll lose all that water weight like nothing. I'll go to the gym, run it off, fast. Not like just as fast, like 2 weeks.
You know what I love that you just admitted that, because I think most people would never. And specifically, I don't know if it's men or women that are more in their heads about their weight. I'm constantly in my head about my weight.
Yeah.
I restrict calories like an insane person in order to maintain this weight.
I just like, sometimes I like put on clothes and I'm just like, oh my God, like I feel so gross. Like I feel like it's like sticking to me.
You are. I feel the exact same
right?
way. Yes, tell me. Okay, tell me. Talk me through like a bad morning. Talk me through like 9 outfits where nothing is right. And then I'll tell you about mine.
It's more when I'm going out. Like when I'm going to work or it's in the morning, I'm like, whatever, I'll throw on anything that's comfortable. But like I went through like 4 different outfit changes before I landed on this. Because I was like, oh, I don't like how this looks. Oh, this is too boxy. Like this, that, like
what's the part of the clothing fit that gives you the most insecurity?
Like my stomach area.
Really?
Yeah.
Middle portion?
My middle portion. Yeah. Everything else is fine. But this like is always, I'm just always like paying attention to this. And then I'm thinking like, damn, people think I look like the Grinch right now. With this like green.
No, they're not thinking that. Nobody's thinking that. I didn't think that.
But see, that's the thing about insecurity, right? Is like we think it's like a microscope on us, but I think we're just putting like a microscope on ourselves.
We are. Our own insecurities are magnified by the attention that we put onto them.
Yeah.
And then I think it makes us, I'll speak for myself, it makes me weird. Sometimes when I'm out in public or I'm meeting people for the first time, all I can think about is that they're fixating on the thing that I know is wrong with me, and they're not noticing it. Nobody is saying that about you.
Right.
Nobody's thinking that. You know what people are thinking? Can I tell you when they see you? You're charming and delightful and handsome with beautiful hair.
Thank
and
you.
perfect skin and lovely full brows.
And people are saying that you have wonderful skin and beautiful teeth.
I love this. You know what we should start?
What?
We should start a Feel Better About Yourself podcast. People could come to us and sit down and we would just compliment them wildly.
Yeah, for like an hour.
For an hour. All compliments all the time.
Okay, so we'll do that after this. We'll get started on that.
Favorite memory from childhood?
A favorite memory? Early childhood or like my teen years?
Give me teens.
The teens?
A golden moment, something that you go to in your mind.
A story that I love to tell is how I snuck out to see, Mac Miller, the rapper? I snuck out to see him on his first tour in Chicago. So I was grounded and my parents weren't going to let me go. And I had like concocted a scheme. Basically, like I had paid my sister to like because she was like very small at the time. So, or I'd bribed her. I didn't pay her. I'd bribed her to go in their room and just be like, oh, I can't sleep. Like, can I sleep with you guys? So while she was sleeping in bed with them, I like did the old basketball in the bed thing.
No.
Snuck out the back because my room was in the back of the house or the apartment that we lived in. And then I like rode the red line at like 10 o'clock at night to go see Mac Miller. I was like 17. I was like about to be 18.
Were you just like, I am such a freaking outlaw? Were you feeling like badass?
I was in the middle of like a hot streak, you know. Like my last 2 years of high school played out very interesting, to say the least.
Would you like to elaborate on interesting?
So like so I got really into making music, and like I got really so into it that like I started neglecting my schoolwork, my responsibilities, so much so to the point that my parents thought that I was on drugs, which was like a very, very funny story.
You were on music.
I was on music. And it was funny because like I would sneak out a lot. That was like my thing. I would sneak out. And my parents knew that but didn't care. But once they started suspecting that I was on drugs, they were like, okay, we got to do something. And I'll never forget. One night I come home and my mom's like sitting in my room in the dark crying her fucking eyes out. And I think somebody died. I was like, what's wrong? What's going on? And she's like, I don't know what we're gonna do. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you're on drugs, like you're on heroin. And I was like, I think that was like the first time I swore at my mom. I was like, Mommy, what the fuck are you talking? Yeah. And so like I had some files that I had like on my iPod. So like I showed them to her. I was like, that's me. And she was like, what? She's like, you're not on drugs?
No.
And I was like, no, dude.
No, dude, I'm on creativity.
I'm on creativity. Yeah.
It's better. It's better.
And I think they kind of laid off of me after that. I'm going to circle it back. What insecurity would you like to conquer in the next year? What's the big one?
Oh, dude. Dude. Okay. Two-pronged. So first is just my skin. I don't know why I'm so fixated on it. I don't think it's bad. I know in my mind it's not. And yet, when I'm standing in sunlight, I get incredibly self-conscious and I just want to go in the shade. I just want to hide, like underneath a tree. Or I don't know when that started happening to me. But that's a big one because it keeps me inside. And agoraphobia is funny, haha, until it becomes something that rules your life. And it hasn't gotten to that degree yet, but I think that it could, and that worries me. The second thing, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. We're just truth-telling here.
Yeah.
The second insecurity that I'd like to really tackle this year is my fear of saying out loud all the things that I truly want to create and to make on the planet, because I don't want people to view me as a megalomaniacal, insane person. But I have a vision of a thing that I want to deliver to the world, and I want to deliver it globally, and I want it to be profound and lasting, and I want to be unafraid to say that. And so I'm just did say that.
We got it.
I just said it. I want that.
Yeah.
I want to touch people's souls and help people in such a way that it is not just this generation, but generational, that the help continues, and that the support of the human soul, and the things that we've been talking about here just today, that outlaw spirit, the insecurities that sometimes leave us paralyzed, the things that make us change our clothing 9 times a day. I mean, that's a truth. Like a physical, tangible truth. It's also just a metaphor, I think, for the ways in which we're always trying to contort ourselves to fit a preconceived box of what is acceptable, what is attractive, what is successful, what is wanted, what is desired. And what I would like to do is to turn the tables and make us more focused on introspection, reflection, contemplation, and the love of all of the idiosyncrasies and the quote-unquote failures that we have have us love those and then weave together a narrative and the story of our lives that is steeped in all of the things that we have heretofore been ashamed of. That's what I would like to do. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Done.
I love that.
That's what we're doing. So you're going to be an outlaw. I'm going to be an outlaw. And we're just going to make shit.
We're all outlaws.
All outlaws.
We're going to do it.
We're all going to do it. All of us right now, today is the call. Today is the call for all of us to stop helping other people build their dreams and to build our own instead.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask you one final question.
Okay.
Okay, you have a choice. It can be, what is the thing that you're most proud of about yourself? It doesn't even have to be an achievement. It could be a characteristic or an attribute that you have.
Okay.
Alternately, what is the thing you're most ashamed of? And that could be an attribute or an action.
I'll answer both.
Okay.
I am most proud of how many times I've pivoted in my life and how many times I've landed on my feet.
Snaps.
I think that is probably like the one thing that when I reflect on my life, I'm like, damn, I really got knocked around. But I found a way and I figured it out and I kept going, right? And I think resilience is truly like a strong characteristic that not a lot of people have. It is a superpower. Yeah.
When people succeed, and I'm just going to interject this and then I want to get right back to you.
Yeah.
But the people that succeed in life, people see the success. They don't see the 6,000 failures that came before and the 9,000 times you had to pick yourself up off the fucking floor and you had to stop the sobbing and you had to put yourself back together when life knocked you down or destroyed or shattered your hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
You show up and you show up and you show up and eventually the thing you made and the dream you have becomes
real. It falls into place.
Exactly. But if you give up,
what are you gonna do?
Then you just die under the weight of your own sorrow.
And I feel like resilience is something that more people need nowadays.
Agreed.
You know, you need to be able to like get knocked on your ass and just be like, all right, that sucked.
Okay,
Let's
that
keep
sucked.
going. You know?
Then you work through your shame, and then you eat a whole cake, and then you get up the fucking next day, and you show up again.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The thing
Love that. Congratulations.
Thank you. The thing I'm most ashamed of in my life, I think, and this goes back to the outlaw phase, is just like how much like heartache I gave my parents growing up, right?
With your rampant drug use.
Well, I mean,
With your creativity.
it was my creativity.
Oh,
it was my creativity. But I was a bit of a troublemaker, right? And I was like a little bit ungrateful for like some of the things that I have immigrant parents, so like it's a much different dynamic and relationship with them. And I think now that I'm older and now that I've kind of made my way and I'm where I'm at in life, I just think about those times and I'm just like, God damn it, I was just such a little prick. Why was I such an asshole?
Exactly.
Why did I have to be such an asshole? Because looking back on it, I would smack the shit out of me if I was talking to my parents like that. Yeah.
And your 11-year-old self is like giving her a lip.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And she's like, what the fuck, kid?
So I think that's probably the thing I'm most ashamed of, and how long it took me to get to like for it to snap in me. You know, I think those two things.
How long did it take for it to snap?
Maybe until I was like 23. I was like a little
decent.
shithead. You know.
That's not terrible because you were probably really sweet till you were like 7.
Yeah. It was just like 15 years of being an asshole.
15 years.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fine. It's fine.
We hit our 20.
20. However you want to finish a question, if you want to share something, however you guys feel like you're comfortable wrapping it up.
Okay.
Uh,
What would you like
I
to
don't
do?
know.
You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Sarah's style is I'm a rabid complimenter.
Okay.
I'm going to compliment you for a long time. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, great. Paolo, let me just say that having been in your presence for these short 20 minutes, here's what I love about you. I love your openness, your honesty. I love your humor. I love your resilience. I love your creativity. I love that you are unafraid of profanity. I love your hair. I love your smile.
Thank you.
I love love the gleefulness in your eyes when you're when you're touched and talking about something that you love that has moved you. I love your openness, and I love your kindness. Thank you.
I'm a hugger, so I'm gonna hug you. That was beautiful. Oh my God.
This was lovely. I'm so grateful for this.
This is awesome.
Do you want to return the favor?
Yeah, I'll return the favor. Sarah, I love how bubbly you are. I love how talkative you are. I love how easy it is to let your guard down around you. I love your smile. I love your eyes. I love your hair. I love your nails and your jewelry. I like that jacket a lot. Poshmark. I love your apartment. I love the back and forth and the energy between us. I love how accepting you are, how inviting you are. It's been just a wonderful experience.
You're a splendid human.
You're a splendid human. One more.
One more.
This is remarkable.
This is awesome.
We had the best time.
I had the best
We're friends now.
time.